Welcome back. It's Jennifer here with Divinethreefold, and we are back with Symptoms of Menopause, Part 8. And it's all about diet and exercise, and it's coming from my experience of what I have learned and I'm still learning about everything diet and exercise. So I am so glad you're here. If you're new, welcome. I hope you'll be sticking around, and if you're here again, thank you so much for coming back. So we'll jump right into it, and I want to say that I am struggling with diet and exercise, and it's been very difficult. I felt like I was up for the challenge because I knew that it was going to do some different things to my body, but I was not prepared. And being someone who is so really a little obsessed about my weight and exercising, that has made it very difficult. And it's also made me see and open my eyes to maybe how consumed, and a lot of times I am seeing that I don't have a good relationship with food or exercise, which is really strange to me because I love exercise. I've never been one to struggle with not exercising enough because I enjoy it. And it's not a problem. If I don't exercise, I don't feel good, and I kind of beat myself up if I don't exercise. And now that I have realized, we know, is not healthy. And I've also, with this journey and my body changing, it's really made me see and my eyes open to, okay, we really got to work on this. Because now all of a sudden I'm 48, going through perimenopause, and I don't have complete control, and that is something that's I'm struggling with. So let me know in the comment section if you are here, where you are in your journey, and if you're struggling with this. I think it's a pretty common thing that we're going to struggle with through this journey. I know a lot of women who don't notice any change at all. They don't struggle with their weight. They don't struggle with anything. And I'm actually really surprised because in my mind I thought, okay, well, I exercise, I like to exercise, I eat a really good clean diet, and I'll be fine. Not the case. It seems that whatever I'm doing, and remember, there's been no changes as far as what I'm doing, and nothing is happening. I have gained an extra maybe 8 to 10 pounds, and I know that's not a lot. Of course, for me, it feels like it. And there's no matter what I do. So I haven't made any changes to my diet or exercise. And if anything, I'm doing probably more restrictive, and I'm probably doing, I'm doing more exercise. So I've really had to take a step back and say, whoa, you know, because this has been a really self-reflection for me on my relationship with my diet. So I eat a mostly vegan diet that I have been following for a long time. So mostly, you know, all plant-based, no animal products. Of course, I'm not a strict vegan, but also then with weights and weight training and Pilates, I do a lot of yoga. So I had to really take a step back and realize that I'm doing too much. And what I've learned and what science shows is that we have to really be mindful of this, because we can easily do too much. And then we stress out our bodies, our cortisol levels go up, and nothing's going to change. So I think that's what's been happening to me. I think I upped the level. Like I said, I haven't changed anything, but except for doing more, because I'm like, oh my gosh, this is I'm losing control here. So it does seem like no matter what I do, I have, I'm keeping this, like I said, anywhere from 8 to 10 pounds. I'm keeping it. Now I have gone heavier in weight that I'm lifting. So I'm sure that can, I know that plays a role as well. And you can retain more water. And, they say, of course, muscle weighs more than fat. So I have to also realize that I've been having to practice acceptance on that I'm not going to have complete control, and that I may not be able to get these extra few pounds off. And I'm not doing myself any favors. And again, because science does show us that we can easily stress out our body. So be mindful of how much exercise you're doing, and thinking it's natural for us to think, okay, I got to do more. I got to exercise more. I got to eat less. And we actually do the opposite to our body. We don't give it what it needs. So we stress it out. Cortisol goes up. So we need to be mindful of that. And I've also learned that recovery time. I'm doing weights, or even if I have a really, strong day of, yoga, Pilates, I notice I don't have the energy if I do it the next day. So I've really had to be mindful of that as well. Like you've got to take the rest, and it's hard for me. So easier said than done. But I notice, and science does show that now, if you're close to my age, I'm 48, your body needs more time in between to recover. So it's imperative that we get the rest in between workouts, especially if you're going heavy with weights. Also water, science shows we need a lot more water. We're more likely to dehydrate with our hormone fluctuation. So you need to drink more water than maybe you have been, especially if you're exercising at more and heavy weight maybe, or just a lot of cardio. We also, it seems science is showing, we don't need as much cardio, and that can actually counteract what we're trying to do as far as losing weight. So, and I think that goes along with the whole, if you too much, you're going to stress out your body. So yes, I believe we need cardio for our hearts, for sure, but I think we definitely can take it down a notch and not over excessive. We do not need cardio every day. For me, I've noticed if I do a couple maybe HIIT workouts, short bursts of some exercise, if I do a really fast walk, maybe add some sprints in with the walk, that's enough. And I've also noticed that I have to be really careful. I know the palpitations can be normal with our perimenopause and menopause. And so I also have noticed it can be scary. I feel like I've had maybe a couple, not panic attacks, but maybe close, because I find that I lose my breath and I can't catch it. And then I sort of panic because I feel like I can't catch it. So, and your heart will race, and I believe that is part of the hormone fluctuation. So we need to be mindful of that too. That has scared me a few times. Let me know down below if you've experienced that too. And anything else, I would love your feedback and see where you're at and what you're struggling with. I say it all the time in every video. This is how we are going to get through this, with support from each other and sharing our symptoms and our experience together. And I really believe this is what is going to get us through this journey in a good, healthy way. So please don't hesitate to share, join in on the conversation. This is how we're going to make a change on, this whole journey and how we go through it. We want to make it different. We want to make it better. So yeah, back to what I've learned. I know that weights, I want to just recap. I know that weights are really helping me, and that is at least making me feel more firm. I think now at 48, I'm definitely noticing the skin losing elasticity, and I feel like if I don't do the weights, I definitely can see my skin getting looser. And I know for a fact that by lifting weights, we're going to fill up that space of that loose skin with the bigger muscle. So this is why it's so imperative for us to lift weights. And I know that is so helping me. So please, I've added in a few little weight workouts here and there on my channel. So please check those out. And yes, lift some heavy objects. And again, we know science shows that if we have more muscle, we are more efficient at burning calories and kicking up that metabolism, which we know is going down. And our muscle mass, we are losing it. So if you don't use it, you will definitely lose it. So that's something to keep in mind. And then let me just recap. I wanted to make sure I put in everything. I talked about rest. I am also practicing some intermittent fasting, and I've done this for years. It more started out with more spiritual reasons why I started intermittent fasting. I like to be fasted when I meditate or do a yoga, but I've also found that it is helpful, but I'm not sure. The jury's out. I am not sure if it's sometimes not a good idea to do long fasts for us at this stage in perimenopause or menopause or postmenopause. I feel like postmenopause, you may do more beneficial for it, but I feel like in perimenopause, I'm not sure if it is a good idea for a long extended fast. I think shorter fasts can be good for us, but for me, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's sometimes too long or it's helping or not helping. So I'm still working with that. I will keep you posted on that. Let me know your thoughts and feelings on that. But I do want to just leave with, this is frustrating, and it does feel like whatever I'm doing, and maybe you can relate, that nothing is working. So I have been frustrated. I put this video out. I have also literally experienced a lot of bloat. And even though I have the IUD in, I had a cycle, and I never have felt that bloated. So let me know if you have an IUD and you've experienced that. But that literally, I did not film a workout video because I literally could not even put my exercise pants on and feel comfortable. Yeah, so this is real. So let me know if you've experienced that. I don't know if it's because the IUD has made the bloat worse, but let me tell you what did help is I did some of my bloat work videos that are on my channel. Check those out. They really work. They make you feel better, and I really believe it dissipates the bloat and you feel better. So try those. I'm going to leave you with that. I don't want to continue to ramble on. I hope everyone is doing wonderful and well, and I hope you're not struggling alone. Please come here and join in on the conversation. All my love. See you next time.